Johnson here, Fair Game Laguna. I'm joined by our great mayor, Sue Kempf. Good morning, Sue. How are you?
Good morning, Tom. Good to see you.
Okay, we got summer winding down. Kids are going back to school. Maybe some of the tourism is slowing down and everything like that. And we enter kind of the final stretch of the Sawdust and the Pageant of the Masters. What are you hearing about their success this summer?
Well, I think it's been, okay. I mean, I'm on the festival board by virtue of the fact I'm the current mayor. So I went to their board meeting last week. They're doing okay. They're down, 1% or two over, I think, the previous year. Nothing to be worried about, of course, but not something we like to see. We like to see, good, steady visitor revenues, every year. I think the Sawdust is suffering a little bit more. I'm going to be meeting with one of the Sawdust artists tomorrow to talk about how it's going over there. And I've been asking other people that I know that exhibit there how their summer has been. It's a little bit mixed. I think the foot traffic's been it's down quite a bit, especially during the week in the Sawdust. And then depending on the artist, some artists say they've done quite well. Some artists said, it's pretty slow summer for them. So I'm going to get some more information, over the coming weeks from the exhibitors and see, what if anything we can do to help them for next year.
Okay, but you have your finger on the pulse, it sounds like.
Yeah, try to.
Okay. We have a insurance and wildfire town hall coming up.
Right.
Always important topics. I mean, wildfire is certainly important to Laguna Beach, and just kind of with all the issues of insurance, and are they getting canceled? Are the rates going up and all that? Why don't you talk about why it's important and then give us a little background info on the town hall?
Well, I think it's important because homeowners insurance is impacting almost everybody in Laguna Beach. And people have had their insurance canceled or looking for other insurance or paying a lot more, doing things that they should do to protect their homes, yet it doesn't really impact their insurance rates or their ability to get insurance. So I know the insurance commissioner has been very active. So we asked their office to come and do a presentation for us, which is going to be on the 27th from 4 to 5 in the council chambers. We've had about 60 people register so far. We have a QR code that we've been putting out, and we've asked people to register. So we have 60 registrations so far. We've been checking with the state almost daily because when you click on the QR code and register, it goes to the state. So we have to call them and find out. I assume other people are not registering and will come. So we're going to have as many chairs out at the city council chamber that we can. We're also going to be streaming it live on YouTube so people can watch it if they can't make it. And we'll be putting that out in our newsletter today. So I think it's going to be good and useful, and I hope the community finds and appreciates some of the information that will be available.
Good. Obviously a hugely important thing for Laguna Beach. Okay, let's touch on a couple of different subjects. The trash collection recently changed in Laguna Beach to CR&R. How is that progressing?
Well, I think overall, okay. I mean, like anything, when you do a conversion from one company to another, you're going to have problems. I think a lot of the problems have been people getting the wrong bins, because what happened when CNR takes over, they get the data from Waste Management. If the data is incorrect, like in other words, maybe they changed their bin size and it wasn't updated when we were with Waste Management, it doesn't come through to CR&R, so you're going to get some of the wrong size bins. So they're working on that. People are also surprised that they are getting billed, because before the Waste Management bill was embedded in the property tax bill. So you pay your property tax once or twice a year. So if you're not scrutinizing that bill, you may not realize that your trash was included in that bill. So now we're having it billed quarterly, and there's no duplicate billing that was taken out of the property tax bills. That's why we started coincident with the new property tax year, July 1st, with CR&R. So there's that, and then a few other people have complained that CR&R is picking up a little bit too early in the morning, disturbing their sleep, like 6:30 or something. So I've been passing that information along as I get it. So I think, these things will be smoothed out over time. It's not unexpected. We do have a dedicated number for CR&R for Laguna Beach, so you don't have to go into their regular customer service pool. So that number is 949-662 3819. So that's only, I think 4 out of their 57 cities have that. We were able to negotiate that, so people should use that.
Nice. Okay, an extension on lights up at Riddle Field to get those young ones out playing some ball. Good thing.
Yeah, I think so. We did a CEQA evaluation. So because when you have impacts, the law requires you to do a California Environmental Quality Act study. So we did that and make sure there's no environmental impacts. We do have some neighbors, behind there that are probably not overly thrilled with it, but there's so much demand for the field. I think the council unanimously voted just to extend the lights and give the kids, every opportunity to play. They've had, I think, 115 new kids join Little League this year, which is a lot. So we just need to accommodate those kids. As I say, we don't do that much for kids in this town. So I'd like to see that we can do whatever we can when we have the opportunity.
I think it should be a requirement for every kid that plays Little League in Southern California to have to play at Riddle Field one time, because you walk into that place and it is like a mecca. It is such a nice ball field.
It's the sweetest, sweetest field.
It's
I
so
agree with you.
okay. So the city has put up the Pamo Building for sale. You're accepting bids on it now. Any progress? Any reports on that?
I don't know anything yet. I guess we'll know something when we know something. There's probably quite a bit of interest. It's a good property. I expect the city to make money on it. So we'll just have to see how that pans out.
And then finally, we introduced the commercial property revitalization program.
That's right.
Feedback, progress, anything on that?
So we're in the notification period now where we give the property owners some time to understand what we're asking them to do. But as soon as that period's over, I'm gonna be getting on it. Because I walk around town now and I'm always looking, and some of the, kind of target buildings, you know how it is when you're working on something and every incident of something similar gets your attention. Like if you're remodeling your kitchen, you look at kitchens all the time.
Yeah.
So I look at downtown all the time. So I have lots of ideas for these property owners.
What you're talking about, it's like banging your finger. You never realize you banged your finger there, and then you do it 10 times after that too. So
Well, I just hope we start to get some momentum on this soon. We're gonna highlight every building that gets upgraded. That'll be good for the business owners as well, but we're gonna highlight those and try to get a really good organic movement going on.
well, it should be good for everybody, because it should be good. I mean, residents should want it because it's going to make the city look better. Yeah, the property owners, they might not want to do anything maybe initially or whatever, but in the long run, having better looking property is better for everybody. So
It's better
including,
for everybody. It's exactly right.
okay,
There's nobody pushing back on this. I mean, nobody.
okay, perfect. Well, Sue, as always, keep up the good work. I know that the people of Laguna Beach, for the most part, appreciate your efforts and continue on.
Thank you, Tom. We'll keep working on it.
Okay, thanks. See you next week.